أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today's topic is inshallah going to be the next mad in our list of mads that we are covering so far. We are doing mad far'i, and the first one we covered was mad coming due to mad happening due to the coming of a hamza after a mad letter. The first category we covered was mad wajib muttasil. Okay, mad wajib muttasil. Today's topic is going to be on madul jaee'z munfasil. Okay, so it's going to be mad jaee'z munfasil. So what is mad jaee'z munfasil? It occurs when a mad letter is the last letter of a word and a hamza is the first letter of the next word. So it happens similar, but the difference is it's mad munfasil is happening between two words. Okay, mad munfasil is happening between two words, while mad muttasil happen inside one word. Okay, keep in mind, mad munfasil is happening between two words where the mad letter is the last letter of the first word and the hamza is the first letter of the next word. It is called jaee'z because of the permissibility of a short count of two. Because in other qira'as, it can be lengthened only to two. Okay? And in this qira that we are doing, the qira of Hafs and Asim, this mad again is lengthened, is stretched. The mad is lengthened to 4 or 5 counts. Okay, this is by the tariqatu shatabiyya. Okay, where it is lengthened to 4 or 5 counts. So you cannot lengthen it to only 2 counts because in this qira, in the qira of Hafs and Asim and the tariqa of shatabiyya, you cannot lengthen it only to 2 counts. It has to be 4 or 5 counts. Okay, so let's look at how you will do this mad. Okay, now look at the first one we have here. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فقالوا ربنا آتنا ربنا. And if you look at the word ربنا, let's point that out here. The mad here is on here. The mad letter, the word is Rabbana. This is the word is Rabbana is one word. The mad letter is the last letter in the word Rabbana, and then it is followed by the Hamza here in the next word, Atina. Okay, so now you see there is a distance between the mad letter and the Hamza. They are separated. That is why it is called mad munfasil, right? Because the Hamza is coming in the next word, the mad letter is coming in the first word, and then the Hamza is coming in the next word. So what will you stretch over here? You will stretch Rabbana. How will you stretch it to? 4 or 5 counts. Rabbana Atina. Okay? Okay. Now keep in mind, say if I have a ayah, there's more behind. I have a long ayah and I'm stopping. I keep reading the ayah and I come and stop at, let me erase this and show it to you. Okay. Okay. Say this is part of a very long ayah. This here, right? فقالوا ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة. Say if I have an ayah before this and I'm joining the ayahs and I become out of breath and I stop at Rabbana. I come and stop at Rabbana. I make Rabbana my stop. Okay? I come and stop at Rabbana. So what do I do? Because I became out of breath. So will I stretch Rabbana to 4 counts? Will I stretch Rabbana to 4 counts? Or will I stretch Rabbana only to 2 counts? I will stretch Rabbana only to 2 counts. Rabbana is going to be stretched to 2 counts because I stopped at Rabbana. Rabbana will be stretched to 4 counts because I pronounced the Hamza in the next word and I continued reading. The Hamza is the reason why the Hamza in the word Atina is the reason why Rabbana is stretched to 4 counts. Okay, if there was no Hamza there in the word, the next word, then you will stretch it only to 2 counts. And if you come and stop at Rabbana, since you made a stop at Rabbana, you will stretch Rabbana only to 2 counts. So keep this in mind. The Hamza is the reason why Rabbana is stretched to 4 counts. Okay? Okay. Okay, now let's look at this one here. If you look at the word, فَضَرَبْنَا عَلَىٰ آذَانِهِمْ. Keep in mind this ala, this is alif maqsura. Okay, this is not ya. This is not the letter ya. This is the alif maqsura mad. Okay, so it is a mad letter alif. The alif, the ya is the seat for the alif mad. It's called alif maqsura, right? So ala. Okay, now if I read here, فضربنا على, and I stop, I read only for فضربنا على, and I stopped here. But then when I continue, if I go back and say فضربنا على آذانهم, so I will stretch it to 4 counts if I continue reading. Okay. The same over here. If you look at the word Ya Bani Adam. Okay, let's look at the next one. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. So tabbat yada, again alif mad followed by Hamza. So the straight line with a, in the Indo-Pak Musaf, it just has a Fatha Dhamma Kasra, that is Hamza. In the Indo-Pak Musaf, Hamza will come like this. Okay, and Hamza can also come like this. This is Hamza too in the Indo-Pak Musaf. In the Arabic Musaf, you will always see a Hamza sitting on top of the A. This is a Hamza. Okay, so keep in mind, sisters, because we use the Indo-Pak Musaf, so we keep in mind that this is going to be a little difference, because we think this is alif. For the Indo-Pak Musaf, we think this is alif, but this is a Hamza. Any straight line with a Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra is a Hamza. So keep that in mind. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Note in some words such as Ya Ayyuha. Okay, and then you have Ha-ulai. Now you know Ya is harf nida. It's the one that is the word that is used to call out. Okay, and we know also Ha is to bring attention to, right? They are written together. Okay, they are written together. They are put together and written. In writing, they are written together, but in reality, they are 2 separate words. Ya is one word, and ayyuha is another word. So this is again not mad muttasil. This will be classified as mad munfasil. Okay, ya, again 4 harkas, 4 to 5 harkas. We'll stretch the ya to 4 to 5 harkas, and you say, see here, the mad alif in ya is followed by the hamza here, right? You see the hamza here, it's followed by hamza. They are written together, but they are 2 separate words. In writing, they are put together. Okay, so ya ayyuha haulai. Okay, in ulai, you know, here again there is a mad there, right? And that mad, if you see, it's mad muttasil there. So you have two mads happening in the word. They're actually two different words, as I said. So keep that in mind. So when I give you, when you are tested and you come across this a word like ya ayyuha or ha ulai, don't say mad muttasil. Say, because this is mad munfasil. See, keep that in mind, because they are considered as two separate words, but they are written as one. Okay, and they are pronounced as one word. So the kind of mad in ya ayyuha is called mad munfasil. And what are the and oh, here, look at this one here. They again play, they're showing you in detail here. Ha what is ha here? Two separate. Remember, ha is calling attention to. So that's one word. And ula, I just explained to you. I'm going to explain it again here because it's mentioned over here. Ha, the mad alif is followed by hamza in the next word ulai. So this is mad munfasil. Munfasil. Okay. In ulai, the word ulai, the mad alif, the mad here is followed by hamza in the same word. So this is called mad muttasil. Okay. So this is called mad muttasil. So in this word, you see both mad munfasil and mad muttasil. Okay. When you see this word, you know there are two mads happening here. The required attached lengthening and the allowed separate lengthening must be both 4 counts or both 5 counts. So if you do mad muttasil for 4 counts, then you also have to do mad munfasil for 4 counts. If you do mad muttasil, you decide to do mad muttasil for 5 counts, then mad munfasil has to be done to 5 counts. So it's never going to change. They're going to be the same every time you decided to read it, a certain count. And you know the count is 4 or 5. If you decide to read 4 counts for mad muttasil, then munfasil will also be 4 counts. If you decide to read mad muttasil 5 counts, then mad munfasil should also be 5 counts. They will always maintain the same length. And you cannot make mad muttasil 4 and mad munfasil 5 or vice versa. Okay? Okay, so you cannot mix the counts. You have to keep them the same. Okay? Okay, let's do one more and we will stop for today. Okay, our next one is mad sila kubra. Remember we did mad sila sughra and we did that where? In mad asli, right? In under the category of mad asli. In mad fara'i, we're going to do mad sila kubra. And here again it's got to do the same damir. And what is the damir here? It's again the male damir. It's the third person, meaning ghayab. Ghayab, attached damir, right? It's going to be the attached damir. And we know the shakal, the face of the attached damir is a who. It's a who or a he. We know, right? We know how that the damir for a male third person gender, and this is singular. Keep in mind, this is singular. It is a who or a he. Okay. So now if we look at this damir, again, as I said, mad fari has to do with what? The reason why you have a mad happening here is because of the coming of a hamza here. Okay. In this case, mad sila kubra will happen if a damir, a male damir, whose face is either a who or a he, is followed by a hamza. Okay, and that hamza should have a haraka on it. So it should be hamzatul qata'a. Okay, we know qata'a is the hamza that has a haraka on it, and hamzatul wasl is the hamza that doesn't have a haraka on it. So it has to be a hamzatul qata'a, and the letter before the damir also should have a haraka. Remember I said in Mad Sila Sughra, the letter after, the letter before the damir should have a haraka, right? Similarly, for Mad Sila Kubra, the letter before the who or the he, the damir who or the he, should have a haraka. And the letter after the damir who or a he has to be a hamza that has a haraka on it. Okay? It has to be a hamza with a haraka on it. So if I look at the examples here, and again, how long do I lengthen this mat to? 4 or 5 counts. Okay, I have in this qira, this mad is also lengthened to 4 or 5 counts. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. أيحسب أن لم يره أحد. So look at the word. Where do you see the damir in the word? In this this short sentence, where do you see the damir? I'm going to go through the damir and I see, oh, okay, here I see the damir here. Okay. Now I'm going to look at the letter before it. Does it have a haraka? Yes, it has a fatha here. Okay, it meets the first condition. Then I'm going to look at the next letter after it. Does it have a hamza? Yes, it has a hamza. Does the hamza have a haraka on it? Yes, it has a hamza. The hamza has a haraka on it. So now you will stretch the who to how many counts? 4 or 5 counts. Okay. So yarahu ahad. Okay. So this in the Arabic Mus'haf, you don't even have to know this rule because subhanallah, they made it so easy for us. You will see after this who, after the who, you see after the who here, you will see a small wow, because this wow matches the dhamma on the who. If the ha had a kasra, then there will be a ya here. Okay, but here the ha has a dhamma, so that's why they have a wow here. This wow will tell you, and then on this top of this wow, you'll have this mad sign. This mad sign tells you it is a mad sila kubra. And you should also know, as soon as you see the hamza after it, you should also know that this mad sila kubra. Okay, so this small sign here or here, it's telling you that this is a mad sila kubra. Remember Mad Sila Sughra, you just used to see the wow there. You never saw a mad sign. Just be a wow there. Okay? Okay, now let's see the next one. لن ندعو من دونه إلها. Okay, now again, look at the damir here. What's the damir? Here, the face of the damir is a he here, right? It's a he here. Look at the letter before the damir. What is the letter before the no? Does it have a haraka? Yes. The letter before the damir is a noon, and it has a haraka. We are looking at the haraka. Okay, we're not looking at what letter it has, what the letter is. We're looking at the haraka in this case, and there is a haraka. Yes. Then we look at the damir. Then look at the damir and look at the letter after the damir. Is it a hamza? Yes. Does the hamza have a haraka? Yes. So now you have to stretch this he to how many counts? 4 or 5 counts. Now, if I am going to stop, again, the same rule here. If I'm going to stop at, I'm going to read and say, أَيَحْسَبُ أَن لَّمْ يَرَهُ. I stop over here. I come and stop here. Okay? Then what do I do? Do I stretch the whole, or do I stay? How do I reach this? Because remember, I'm stopping at the word alam yarah. I'm sorry, alam yarahu. I will read alam yarahu, but I will not stretch it to 4 or 5 counts because I've stopped here. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. We don't have exceptions, so luckily you don't have exceptions in this case. The second ha in the word hadihi follows the same rules as the pronoun ha in the mad. Okay, so we know hadihi is actually hadihi is the female version, right? Hada hadihi, but this will still follow. But this will be still treated as this though this is represents a female thing noun, though it represents a female noun, but it will still follow the rules of madsila kubra. Okay, it will be treated as a male now, a male damir. Okay, I hope that's clear to you guys, inshallah. And we are done with today's lesson. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. جزاك الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Recording stop, please.